Hey, please excuse the background noise sitting here at work. But anyway, just listening to a few YouTube videos, something I do quite a bit. But it's just to me, I think video games are being released, unfinished or in a mess. It really doesn't make sense that these games are being released this way. Or maybe it does make sense. I guess it depends on who you are, how you look at it, what perspective you coming from, what kind of job you work, things like that. But I have to talk about this because I purchased Gears of War Ultimate Edition on PC from the Windows store. And when I first got it, I was playing it before the NVIDIA driver was updated, and it was awful. It was horrible. And so I saw a few hours after I bought it, the NVIDIA driver came out for it. Or not for it, but just a new one. So I installed it, updated, you know, and the frame rate. Well, let me go back. Let me stop there. I have that the overlay displays the FPS on on the screen as I play the game, coming from NVIDIA driver that is, to let me know, I guess, that I can record the gameplay or whatnot. And for whatever reason, before I updated the NVIDIA app, that wasn't there. So I'm guessing the NVIDIA could not record gameplay until that driver had came out. But anyway, I play it with the new driver installed, and I can see the FPS on the screen in the top right. I would upload some gameplay from it, but I'm recording this from my phone. So I check it, and so with it locked, it automatically goes to 30 frames per second. Doesn't matter what the refresh rate is on the monitor you may be using. It just goes to 30. I use a 144 hertz monitor, 1080p, and so I mean, at the time I had it set for 120, a refresh rate of 120 hertz, and I unlocked the frame rate, and this is at high settings. I run the benchmark, and the benchmark will actually get up to 60 frames per second, but it will drop, and I'm like, why is it just getting to 60? And when I play the game after the update and everything, it'll get up to 120 frames per second, but it drops down and then it'll drop down really low, and it depends, I guess, on the scene that it's at. And so this is concerning to me that, if Windows is going to be releasing these games on PC through the Windows App Store, that is really, they're not working all that great. And this is on one graphics card, even though I run this on the SLI setup. I can check, it's easy to leave the game and go back to the desktop and everything while the game still runs in the background. That's a good thing. That's a plus. But I can see, obviously, that I'm only using one graphics card. So it doesn't matter if SLI is enabled. It's only going to use one graphics card. So what is it? I'm just gonna leave the game alone until I see news that there's been an update, or until I see that it's asking me to update it, because the update system for the game itself isn't all that great either, because it doesn't update automatically. You have to go back to the Windows store and update it yourself, which I don't think is cool, but that's the way it works. So that's part of the reason why I'm making this video, because it's frustrating, because I love the Gears of War series and I played it quite a bit, especially Gears of War 2 when I had an Xbox 360. I don't own an Xbox One because I don't know, I just don't see the point in owning one. I don't own a PlayStation 4 either. I don't see the point in owning one. But this one game really makes me think a lot of the games that come before it, I mean, like in recent years, I guess since the new generation of systems came out, the games are just not developed as great as they could be. Now, there could be a lot of reasons as to why this is, Maybe it's because there are so many hardware configurations out there now, especially on PC. So many graphics cards and different components you can pick and choose from to run things. But I mean, a lot of games do run well no matter what the hardware is, which maybe is that a testament to games being properly optimized or actually being worked on to completion? Or is it that, the games that don't work, they aren't finished, they aren't given the love, given the time, or manpower needed to fully develop the game? I don't know what it is. And right now, with games being launched the way they are, I'm thinking maybe we could get some kind of, what is it, some kind of transparency or some kind of response from developers on how this problem can be looked at or approached to be fixed. We need to, well, as gamers, we need to continue to voice our opinions about these things. And I don't think that leaving ratings on the game is enough these days. The ratings can be low for a game and whatnot. The developers might not care, you know. But I think we need to get like Twitter involved, make videos, contact who we need to contact, email people, But this is ridiculous to, especially if you spend so much money on the PC side or even on the console side. You buy the best TV and the best peripherals around the console, and because this isn't just a PC issue, this is a console issue too, where you look at Tony Hawk, you can get a game and it comes out and it's terrible and it doesn't work and it's awful. And the thing with who is it? Is it WB Games giving up support on PC for Mortal Kombat X? See, that type of trash right there is extremely unacceptable. It doesn't matter what platform it's on. If you release a game on a platform, you should stand behind it. Just like if you release a platform, you should stand behind it. Case in point, everyone knows about the Dreamcast and Sega's big problems with those former problems of standing behind their consoles, was probably lost a lot of loyalty from people that bought into it. And it's just like Nintendo's issue right now with the Wii U. Even though it may not have that many units moved, people, Nintendo is still standing behind the product anyway. So it kind of increases buyers' loyalty to or at least confidence in buying the product, because Nintendo hasn't given up developing games for it. And I'm carrying on, I'm going off topic, but it's just a lot of issues with this development fiasco that's going on. Optimizing the software or gaming software for the hardware. And I don't know if it's just that difficult, or if it's just they're not putting the time and money into it, or putting the manpower, or whatever they need. Are they putting the effort into this, or is it just a cash grab? I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I do believe that if we as the consumers, the gamers, stop buying this stuff, man, it'll make a large statement on it. But since I believe that's probably not gonna happen, because people are gonna buy stuff. Hell, I bought Gears of War Ultimate, even though I saw videos reviewing the game saying that it had a terrible frame rate and such. I still bought it because I wanted to see what it was like for myself. So there are probably millions of other people that are in the same boat. Like, I want to see it for myself. I want to see it because I'm a big fan of the series. I'll take that chance, But I put a review on the Windows App Store about the game, and I actually sent a tweet out to Xbox support about the lack of being able to even move the game to a hard drive I want, because I have multiple hard drives. I'm organized like that on my PC, because I just want stuff where I feel it should be, where I can find it. Anyway. So it's just things I want fixed, man, and hopefully y'all want it fixed too. You know, you should have a steady frame rate when you play a game, whether it's 60, whether it's 30, whether it's 144, 120, whatever the refresh rate is. It should be a way to hit it. You know, whether, it just should be, especially, and that's what PC gaming is about, is the customization of the experience. So if you know you don't have the hardware to run a game at max, you can lower the settings so you can maybe get to the frame rate you want to get to. Or if you have the most powerful setup that you can probably get, you should be able to raise everything up and get to the frame rate you want to get to. The game should allow you to do that. And these are things games should come with, especially now, because this process has been known for a long time, and there are games that have gotten it right. uh you know I can think of a few, like Grand Theft Auto 5 has kind of gotten it right. It's a demanding game, but it's fair. You can get the 60 frames a second and maybe even get higher depending on what kind of setup you're running. Or you can look at like Mad Max that came out last year, which I ran that game at 144, hertz or frame rate, and didn't have any issues. The game may not have been demanding, but maybe, I don't know what it was, but it was optimized. The same thing with Shadow of Mordor, almost 2 years ago. Yeah, like a year and a half or so, I don't know. It's just a while ago. 14 when it came out, 15, something like that. 14, I think. And so it came out, and it may have a little bit of issues here and there, but after they released a fix or two, it runs beautifully. And you can run it at as high a frame rate, I guess, as you can get it to. But the point being is that a lot of games will come out and set a really good example for what graphics options should be included. Anyway, this video is long, so I'm sorry about that. Thank you for listening, and have a good day. And subscribe. Please let me know, because I'm going to start uploading more videos. I've just been busy lately. All right, take care.